Well, we are at it again. Top 10 anime where the main character is completely overpowered, badass, or savage. But before we start, it has been brought to my attention that 86% of you are not subs. And while we do like our content to reach new people, we also like for you to subscribe and turn on notifications because in the last couple of days, we had the feeling that YouTube is not notifying people. If you got notified for this video, then drop a comment and let us know to relieve our doubts. And with that being said, let's get things moving. We first begin with an okay show, Dances with the Dragons. In a world replete with dragons and sorcerers, a down-on-his-luck sorcerer joins forces with a beautiful but cruel Jushiki practitioner. Jushiki is a devastatingly powerful formula that can alter the laws of physics. They are capable of creating enormous TNT explosives or poisonous gas. Tagged action, drama, fantasy, and sci-fi with a bit of politics in there, Dances with the Dragons is an okay watch if you have nothing in mind and just want to ping watch something. Next, we have Cuticle Detective Inaba. The setting of this show is definitely more colorful than the last show. In a world where half human, half animal chimeras live and work alongside normal people, it is considered the new norm. Unfortunately, there are dicks out there. Hence, half-human crimes mean non-human clues that often leave the police stumped. That's where lone wolf detectives like the redhead MC come in. He's part wolf and he has an amazing ability to extract critical information just by examining or tasting a sample of someone's hair. Deku got nothing on him. This show is all about nonsense and ridiculousness, and if you're looking for nonsense in your list, Cuticle Detective Inaba has got you. Oh, also a heads up, this show has got furry boys, redhead boys, cross-dressing boys, dark and serious boys, so continue with caution. At number 8, we have Sword Gay. I'm so sorry, but I had to. I'm a weak man. Sword Guy, the anime's name is Sword Guy. The story follows the title character, Guy. His family has torn apart due to the possession of a demonic sword, leading his father to be murdered and his mother to hang herself shortly after giving birth to him. Sheesh, and here I thought Naruto had it rough. At least his parents died smiling over him. Anyhow, Guy gets discovered in the forest by a blacksmith. Fast forward a couple of years, Guy grows up and starts honing his blacksmith skills. However, to his bad luck and the writer's power, an accident costs him his arm, which gets replaced by a new one via reforging the demonic sword. Now having a cursed sword for an arm, Guy must learn to control its violent urges. If I had to describe this show using other popular names, I would say Naruto meets Parasite. Could have been a great mix if executed right. In other words, it's a hit or miss show. At number 7, a personal favorite, Hitori no Shita. And yes, it's a Chinese anime. So what? Boo-hoo, cry me a river. I'm joking. Please don't unsub. One day, on his way to visit his grandfather's grave, Chulon is attacked by zombies in a graveyard, which is surprisingly kinda believable and not far-fetched. Like, why would you get attacked by zombies in high school, Chulon is saved by a mysterious girl who wields kitchen knives to kill the enemies, which once again, highly believable and isn't far-fetched. I mean, women wielding katanas and medieval swords? What a joke. And before we move to number 6, here's a fun fact. Did you know that the creators of the Sasuke and Naruto vs Momoshiki fight scenes also did the fighting choreography for Hitori no Shita? What is happiness? I shit you not, that's the first line of the Caligula anime description. The story follows high school student Ritsu, who likes to spend his peaceful days with his friends. However, like all good things, his honey days come to an end when he hears a strange voice obscured by static, pleading for help. This voice belongs to a beloved pop idol, whose singing begins to frick the world upside down. For example, the faces of the main character's friends and family becomes distorted by glitches as the voice transforms them into Digihead's berserk monsters, bent on the extermination of all those who begin to awaken to the true nature of their existence, i.e. idle anime haters. Realizing that he is trapped in a virtual world, Ritsu must now step up, be the one, and gather everyone else who has managed to realize the truth and escape the Matrix before they are all eliminated.
おいおいおい、俺だってレベルゼロ。
And 5th place goes to a certain magical index. And as most of you already know the show, I will be brief and quick, unlike YouTubers' apology videos. Main character is dropped in the worst rank in the academy that is all about superpowers. He comes across a silver-haired lolly in trouble because she is a nerd who memorized forbidden books, so he saves her and offers to let her stay in his house. Turns out the lolly is bitter and her stomach is never filled. To his shitty luck, on top of feeding her for free, now he has to protect her from the foes of all shapes and sizes as well as gender, and I say gender because our main man doesn't hold back when fighting women. Nearing the end, we have Code Geass Akito the Exiles. Now before we tell you about the anime, yes, Akito the Exiled is related to the OG Code Geass. The movies take place within the timeline of the series. However, despite that, the cast is different as it showcases the events from characters other than the TV series' main cast point of view. And with that out of the way, it's the year 2017, and Europe is being invaded by the usual dickheads, forces of the Holy Britannia Empire. In an attempt to combat the opposition's overwhelming pressure and put an end to the massive casualties, the army forms a special unit composed of former Japanese citizens. When a European regiment attempting to capture a crucial city is pinned down by the enemy, it's up to W0 to bail them out. Among those selected for the rescue operation is Lieutenant Akito, known as Hannibal's Ghost, due to his prowess on the battlefield. If you are a fan of the TV series, checking these 5 movies won't hurt. But don't go in expecting to see Lelouch, as I remember his appearances were a handful if not non-existent. Coming in third, Yozakura Quartet. The world of Yozakura Quartet is not one, but 2 worlds where humans and yokai coexist, and helping that coexistence endure is the counseling office, which is directed by a teenager with the inherited family ability that can send harmful yokai back to the world permanently. He is aided by a group of girls with special abilities, characteristics, and thighs. If you like having thick thighs in your anime, then this show is highly encouraged. Worth to mention that there are 2 adaptations of this anime, the original Yozakura Quartet, and the better reboot Yozakura Quartet Hana no Uta. Picking either show won't affect the understanding of the plot, so it's up to you to either go with the new or stick with the old. Coming in second, Bloodivores. 60 years ago, a strange case of insomnia struck the population, forcing them to stay awake for more than a full week. Huh, sounds like a normal Saturday night for me. And like hardcore weebs and college kids, the completely sleep-deprived victims went mad. To cure this illness, a new medicine was produced, but the side effects turned the patients into vampires. Humanity went to war against this new species and triumphed. Here is where our main man comes into play. Born from a human and a vampire, the main character is called Mi Liu, the Child of Hope. He is supposed to represent the new hope that will connect the 2 species. And with a name like Mi Liu, you know Bloodivores is based on the Chinese webcomic. And coming in first place is a personal favorite of mine, Devil's Line. Like the previous entry, this entry is all about vamps. But this show has a more unique premise as vampires walk among society, existing as part of its underbelly. They do not require blood to survive, but extreme emotions can immensely increase their bloodlust, turning them into uncontrollable monsters. And in the middle of all that is a 22-year-old university student who learns about the existence of vampires when her longtime friend reveals himself to be one of them. after a tense confrontation with a half-human, half-vampire hybrid. Soon after, she finds herself drawn to the hybrid who reluctantly shares her feelings. However, this unconventional romance may prove too difficult to maintain, as the edgy kid struggles to contain the part of him that wishes to devour Bella. You know, Bella Collins, Edward, Twilight, anyone? Never mind. We will end on that cringe reference. Sorry for the people who recognize what I was saying. Life can sure be hard sometimes. But you can make it easier if you like, share, subscribe, and possibly turn notifications, as it brings food. And food is good. And for people who do that, I say thank you for watching. And I'll see you in the next one.